how did you discover both Catherine and Riitta, and what was your relationship with them prior to filming?
Prior to filming, actually I didn't know them at all, because I was searching I had this idea to make this film, and I started from researching different NGOs in Finland which are dealing with the issue of women, and which are like their target is to support women somehow. And so I was making research, and then I found that there is this one NGO in Finland which has this project where they are going to have sexual health education for religious leaders. And I thought, wow, that might be something very unique, and I think it's very important. So I thought that I want to research that more. And then I found Riitta, and she visited Finland because she has been in Uganda for almost 30 years, but she visited it regularly and for her NGO. And I met her, and I heard more about it, and then Kata also visited Finland, and I met her, and then I saw them together, and then I felt that I'm very welcome to Uganda to make a film about their project and this kind of thing. So that's how we started.
What's it like to film in Uganda, and like talk about the experience of not the story but the actual just filming there?
Yeah, I've been making films for 15 years, but only in Finland. So I had a lot of challenges, and also my own prejudices that how hard it is, and can I take cameras into, and and how people are reacting. But I think it was wonderful because people were very friendly, they were open, and they were more easier maybe as in Finland somehow.
Right.
Than when you ask some question or something, they were very open to tell you like 30-minute story right away of their own life. So it was really, and people were very friendly, and they were curious, of course, about what we are doing. But it was kind of in a field of making documentary film. It was easy because we felt that we were welcome.
Tell us a little bit about KOFKA and how you first got involved with this organization.
Okay, I would still step back to give the background. KOFKA is an NGO with the concern for children and women empowerment. It was conceived from, I'm a nurse by profession who used to be working in the teaching health center, where we are going to the community to teach the community about preventive medicine like immunization and good hygiene and other pneumonia and other things. But through that time, I saw this topic of sex education, which was not being implemented in the community. So for some time it was bothering me, and then I asked to go for further studies. And then for further studies I went to Kuopio University in Finland, where I developed a tool to ask knowledge, attitude and practices related to early sex among children 10 to 14 years and their parents. And I asked those children, it was 2003, I interviewed those children, and among the 400 subjects, and the children actually gave me responses that they were involved in early penetrative sex, which was very dangerous for the children because we have HIV in Uganda. Children are born with HIV, but these children were just doing like that. They were having that sex. So one of the questions was that, is it dangerous for you to have early sex? The children said no. And then when the parents also asked, do you think your children are having early sex? They said, yes. What do you think about it? That it is normal. The children, let them be sexually active because we know that they are. So when we kept on probing about HIV, then people started saying that let us have a program teaching our children about the prevention of HIV, realizing. So somehow in 2004 and 5, I presented my study to Professor Hallman in Finland. He was the head of Mannerheim League for Child Welfare in Finland. So he was very interested in the study. He said, this is a new opening of the children.
Right.
So ISF, which is International Solidarity Foundation, got interested in the topic. So they funded KOFKA, which was initiated now in 2006. And we prepared the plan for that program in 2007. 2008, we started going to the children. And really we saw that children were testifying to us that they're actually involved in penetrative sex. Although people may think that it is not true, but the children were the ones telling us. So our methodology is that we ask children their problems, and they say their problems. Then we make them analyze them.
Right.
What are the good things about it? What are the consequences of their behaviors? And how can they overcome them?
So what is your views on what sort of direction Uganda needs to go in terms of their stance with sex education and, of course, homosexuality and maybe like independence? What is your not solution, but what do you think? Which direction should Uganda go?
Okay, Uganda generally, it is a very, very rich country. If we think of the landscape, if we think of the resources, now latest oil, it may be good or it may be very bad. So all the resources are there. But they have a very big threat, and that is the threat of population growth. Because the country is only 2/3 of Finland. We are having 5.5 million people. Uganda had 8 million when I went. Now they are 35 million.
Wow.
And it is the second fastest growing population in the whole world. So, and the country is not getting bigger. So to me, okay, they should concentrate on the deleting the corruption, but they have the very big challenge with the population growth, and at the same time with the climate change. Because during my almost 30 years, I already saw that like agricultural people can't trust the phenomenon of the nature.
Right.
Everything is now upside down. You can't trust rainy season coming this time, so they are a bit like panicking all the time.
Oh.
So they have very, very big issues, population growth, which is everywhere in the world, but especially in a small country like that. And that's something I have realized that they don't understand that.
Right.
They really don't understand that.
Well, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time,
Bye.
and I hope you can talk to us again for any upcoming projects. But thank you so much.
Kale,
Thank you.
thank you.